Hello, everyone. It's Rena Olson with the Uncommon Philanthropist with a word about elections. So it's easy to overlook the very name and intention of our country, the United States of America. Founding fathers knew a thing or two about political division, yet they came together in unity to draw up a roadmap and guiding documents that would become one of the greatest countries ever. Freedoms I have as an American allow me to attend the church of my choice, to freely state my opinions without fear of repercussion, to pursue world-class education and economic prosperity, to have access to an abundance of food, to enjoy luxuries such as a home, a warm bed, and a car, and to travel and see a little bit of this beautiful country and the world, and so much more. Freedom is at the heart of the American experiment, allowing for the individual citizen to chart his or her own pathway, and the states to have ruling rights and authority on critical decisions affecting their people. Our American freedom is something we can easily take for granted. It's also something we should staunchly defend. Disunity has the potential to weaken the very foundation of our great country. Are we a perfect country? No. Is the playing field not level? Yes. Crushing poverty and unequal opportunity still exist? Yes. We have some serious issues to address that don't get nearly enough funding or attention, like fentanyl poisoning, homelessness, and world hunger. These yeses are some of the true enemies of America, not your neighbors who vote for the opposing party. Your yeses are different than mine, should be celebrated, not criticized. There are plenty of causes to go around. Rather than bashing and name-calling our fellow Americans, which serves no purpose in the end, we focus our attention and efforts on the causes that matter most to us. Do not look to the federal government to solve those problems. You have the power to donate, to serve, to make a difference, serving with these nonprofits in your community, working on the causes that matter most to you. Talk is cheap. Instead, choose to be a person of action, serving and getting involved. We all have our faults, which is built into our human wiring, and we have our differences. That is okay. We, however, need to love and accept one another despite our political opinions and different ideologies. Love and acceptance of our neighbors, not cancel culture, is in our American DNA. We have been manipulated, however, to think otherwise. I'm not sure where or when it happened, but we've been played by a system that benefits from all of this hate and division. It's time we called hogwash and refuse to stop feeding from the trough of negativity and lies espoused by some politicians, the media, celebrity, and pundits, and whoever. Truth is, we are always been a great country, made of hardworking, decent, good American people. People like you and like me. It is okay to agree to disagree with our fellow Americans without the volatility of hate distorting our views and relationships. The fear-mongering and name-calling on both sides have reached toxic levels this latest political season. We Americans have been assaulted by despicable and ridiculous political ads making outrageous claims about the other person or party based on shreds of half-truths or blatant lies. The architects of these modern political campaigns and those who fund them, PACs or political action committees, should be ashamed of themselves. We, the American people, are so much smarter than you give us credit for. Further, your outrageous ads do nothing to influence or convert voters, only to annoy, distract, and divide. The same could be said for the everyday person who uses their social media pages to spew harmful rhetoric at the opposing party and their people. You are not going to win any votes or convert anyone to your side by doing that. Hate is a powerful weapon. It has always been wielded by the powers that be to divide and conquer. It's easy to point fingers and shout insults at opposing people with differing views. If you get a rush or think you wield some form of power, American, you have fundamental rights that you have convinced yourself are no longer there. Again, it's those half-truths that both political parties spew, to eagerly consume and get fired up about. If you are fueled by hate for anything, any person, you will not win long term. You have the freedom to unite with your other haters for some vitriol-fueled rallies, but in the end, hate is not sustainable. It's hot, fizzles out. It's sometimes hard to find the truth. The media are increasingly biased. Even your feeds on social media and search engines, manipulated, can all be overwhelming with no win in sight. So how do we begin to build bridges now that the latest election season has thankfully come to an end? I believe it begins one American citizen at a time. The everyday people, you and me, calling hogwash on the nonsense of American politics. Looking to the politicians to unite the American people. That power lies within us, everyday American people. One person, one neighbor, one relationship at a time. In an online article by Pew Research, the authors state, a disconnected nation lacks the bonds of trust necessary for bridging political and social divides. When we are disconnected, it's easier to point fingers, blame the other person or party, spew hate. You get up close, choose to love and serve your neighbor instead, something transformational happens. Love is a more powerful weapon than hate. Choose to love your country and your neighbors. We are the United States of America, baby. Turn off that spigot of hate once and for all. Tune out the talking heads. Stop the doom scroll. Find people who will lift you up, not drag you down. Hug a Democrat, hug a Republican, hug an independent. If you're sorry, go for a walk. Go volunteer and serve. Wave that American flag, say your prayers, and give thanks for the blessing of living in the U.S. of A. Let's get to work serving our neighbors in need. God bless you, and God bless America. Let go.